Welcome to Dreamy Drift Sleep Stories, where each journey takes you to a place of calm, a sanctuary for the mind, and a gentle guide into the world of restful sleep. Tonight, you're invited to embark on a soothing adventure, a night by the sea, where the rhythmic lull of waves and the gentle whisper of the breeze will ease you into a peaceful slumber. If you're new to our channel, we're delighted to have you here. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to join us for future calming journeys. For now, settle in, find your comfort, and let yourself be carried into this tranquil tale. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a secluded beach as twilight gently wraps the world in hues of gold and violet. The ocean stretches out before you, vast and endless, its waves whispering softly as they roll onto the shore. Tonight, this hidden cove becomes your haven, a place untouched by the rush of life. Every step you take will bring you closer to serenity, and every sound of the ocean will draw you deeper into rest. Let go of the day's worries. Take a deep breath. Feel the soft, salty breeze against your skin, the faint warmth of the sand beneath your feet. With every moment, the beach welcomes you, inviting you to lose yourself in its beauty, its peace. And so, your journey begins. Twilight is falling, painting the horizon in soft shades of amber and lavender. The sky is a masterpiece of fading light, its colors blending seamlessly with the calm, endless expanse of the ocean. The air is cool, carrying with it the unmistakable scent of salt and seaweed, refreshing and grounding. Arlen steps onto the beach, their footprints sinking gently into the soft golden sand. The sound of the waves is steady, rhythmic, a quiet song that seems to harmonize with the pulse of the earth. Each wave glides forward, curling onto the shore with a delicate hiss, before retreating to join the larger body of water in an endless, soothing cycle. The beach is secluded, untouched by the world beyond. Tall dunes rise on either side, their slopes covered in wild grass that sways in the breeze, catching the last light of day. Beyond the dunes, the tops of distant palms sway gently, their silhouettes dark against the colorful sky. Arlen pauses, breathing deeply, letting the crisp, salty air fill their lungs. Each breath feels like a cleansing wave, washing away the tension of the day, grounding them in the moment. The warmth of the sand beneath their feet contrasts with the coolness of the breeze, a perfect balance that settles them further into the present. Ahead, the shoreline stretches out in a graceful curve, its edges kissed by the gentle waves. Small shells and bits of smooth, polished driftwood are scattered along the sand, their subtle beauty revealed by the fading light. The ocean itself seems alive, its surface shimmering with soft, golden ripples that catch the last rays of the setting sun. As Arlen begins to walk, their steps fall in rhythm with the waves, each footfall sinking lightly into the sand. The distant cry of a gull echoes faintly before fading into the quiet melody of the sea. The sound is soothing, a reminder of the timeless connection between the ocean and all who come to its shores. The breeze picks up slightly, carrying with it the faint scent of wildflowers growing near the dunes. The air is layered with the natural perfume of the sea, a mix of salt, moisture, and earth that seems to awaken a deep sense of calm within. The sky begins to change, its vivid colors softening into deeper shades of indigo and rose. The first stars appear, faint pinpricks of light scattered across the expanse, their reflections dancing delicately on the surface of the water. Arlen finds a smooth, flat rock near the shoreline and sits, letting the cool air and the sound of the waves envelop them. The ocean's rhythm becomes their rhythm, its steady, endless cycle lulling them into a state of relaxation. The world feels far away, and only the gentle embrace of the beach remains. Time seems to pause here. The waves whisper softly, their tones ever changing yet consistent, as if the sea itself is sharing ancient secrets. Arlen watches as the last light of the sun dips below the horizon, leaving the world bathed in the soft glow of twilight. The beach is a sanctuary now, a place where thoughts quiet and the heart finds stillness. Arlen leans back, letting their hands sink into the cool sand, feeling its fine grains slip between their fingers. Their eyes drift closed for a moment, the sound of the ocean filling their senses completely. In this moment, there is nothing but the beach, the waves, and the peace that flows through it all. As Arlen sits quietly on the smooth rock near the water's edge, the evening continues its gentle transformation. The last rays of sunlight fade completely, leaving the sky in shades of deep purple and soft indigo. Stars begin to sprinkle across the heavens, their light twinkling faintly, reflected in the rippling surface of the ocean. The rhythmic sound of the waves grows more soothing as the tide gently laps at the shore. Each wave carries a soft, steady hum, a lullaby that seems to whisper, "Let go." Arlen lets the sound wash over them, feeling the tension of the day dissolve with each crash and retreat of the water. The ocean, vast and endless, stretches before them, an unbroken expanse merging seamlessly with the horizon. They stand, their bare feet sinking into the cool sand. The sensation grounds them as they begin to walk along the shoreline, their footsteps following the curve of the beach. Each step is slow, deliberate, a gentle rhythm that matches the waves' movements. With every breath, they take in the salty freshness of the ocean breeze, a natural balm for the soul. Above, the stars become brighter, filling the sky with a quiet brilliance. The constellations appear, familiar patterns that seem to guide their journey. The moon rises slowly, casting a silvery glow over the water. Its light dances on the waves, creating a path of shimmering silver that stretches out into the sea, as though inviting Arlen to follow. The waves' dance is mesmerizing, Each crest rises gracefully, curling forward before collapsing into a foam-kissed embrace with the shore. The water glistens under the moonlight, catching hints of pale blue and white as it flows endlessly in its rhythm. Arlen stops to watch, their breath syncing with the sea's gentle pulse. Kneeling down, they reach out to touch the water, their fingers brushing against the cool liquid surface. The sensation is refreshing, invigorating, as though the ocean itself is sharing its energy. Tiny bubbles float on the water's surface, catching the moonlight like scattered jewels. Their delicate beauty, a quiet reminder of the magic in small, fleeting moments. The beach feels timeless, untouched by the outside world. Arlen tilts their head back to gaze at the vast sky, their heart filled with awe at the immensity of the stars. Shooting stars streak across the night, their trails fleeting but brilliant, a gift from the heavens to the earth below. Each one feels like a silent wish, a reminder of hope, of possibility, of dreams waiting to be embraced. The waves continue their steady rhythm, filling the air with their song. Arlen sits on the sand, the cool grains molding softly around them, and listens. They let their thoughts drift, their mind quieted by the endless ebb and flow. The waves are gentle, soothing, a melody that carries them deeper into relaxation. As Arlen continues their walk along the shoreline, the beach begins to take on an otherworldly glow. The moon, now high in the sky, casts its silvery light over the sand, illuminating the grains as if they were fine crystals. The waves, too, shimmer more brightly, their foam glowing faintly with each retreating crest. A faint luminescence begins to emerge from the water, growing stronger as Arlen steps closer to the edge. Tiny sparkles dance along the waves, glowing with a soft blue-green light. It's bioluminescence, an enchanting phenomenon that makes the ocean seem alive with light, its glow pulsing in harmony with the waves. The sight fills Arlen with awe, a quiet wonder that stills their breath. Kneeling at the water's edge, they dip their hands into the glowing water. The light responds to their touch, swirling around their fingers in delicate, radiant patterns. It feels magical, as though the ocean is sharing a piece of its spirit, its eternal beauty. Arlen lifts their hand, watching droplets fall back into the sea like tiny stars returning to their home. They walk further down the beach, where the glow intensifies, spreading across the shoreline like a carpet of light. With each step, their footprints light up briefly before fading, a playful interaction with the sand that feels like a dance. The glowing water meets the shimmering sand, creating a landscape that seems both real and dreamlike. The ocean is quiet now, its waves softer, their sound gentler, as though whispering secrets only the night can hear. The bioluminescence flickers faintly in the distance, a mysterious rhythm that seems to mirror the heartbeat of the sea. Arlen pauses to watch, their mind empty of thoughts, filled only with the peaceful glow and the soft sounds around them. Further up the beach, A small pile of driftwood catches their eye. The pieces are smooth and weathered, their pale surfaces glowing faintly in the moonlight. Arlen gathers a few pieces and carries them to a safe spot away from the water's reach. With care, they arrange the driftwood and use a spark from their kit to light a small, gentle fire. The flames catch quickly, their warmth spreading through the cool night air. The fire crackles softly, its light golden and steady, casting long shadows on the sand. It feels grounding, comforting, a reminder of warmth and safety amidst the vastness of the ocean. Arlen sits by the fire, their gaze alternating between the glowing waves and the flickering flames. The bioluminescence continues its quiet dance, casting its glow over the water, while the fire adds a cozy contrast to the scene. The sound of the waves blends harmoniously with the crackling of the wood, creating a symphony of natural sounds that soothes Arlen's mind. They lean back, feeling the warmth of the fire on their skin, the cool breeze on their face, the soft sand beneath them. It's a moment of perfect balance. As the fire burns low, the glow of the ocean grows more pronounced, its light pulsing in time with the waves. Arlen lets their eyes drift shut for a moment, the sounds and sights of the beach filling their senses completely. The ocean's whispers, the gentle crackle of the fire, the rhythmic glow of the waves. All of it creates a cocoon of calm, a sanctuary where the world feels far away. The glow of the bioluminescent waves began to recede slightly, leaving faint, pulsing trails along the water's edge as the tide rolled in and out. Arlen remained seated by the dying fire, its gentle warmth still providing a comforting anchor in the cool night air. The rhythmic sounds of the ocean had become a part of them now, a heartbeat outside their own. It was as if the sea were breathing alongside them, drawing them deeper into its timeless embrace. The sand beneath their feet cooled further, smoothing into velvety softness as they stood and moved closer to the water. The moon hung high above, its silvery light casting a faint shimmer over the waves that danced tirelessly along the shore. The beach felt endless, stretching into the horizon where sky and ocean met in a seamless blend of indigo and silver. This place was alive, breathing with a quiet energy that both comforted and intrigued. Arlen walked slowly along the shoreline, their bare feet leaving imprints that the waves quickly smoothed away. Each step brought them closer to the ocean's edge, where the cool water lapped gently at their toes, creating a refreshing contrast against the warmth of their skin. The sensations were grounding, connecting them to the rhythm of nature in a way they hadn't felt before. They stopped for a moment, their eyes drawn to the glowing horizon. The bioluminescent plankton danced once more in the distance, faint traces of their glow spreading like soft fireflies over the water. It was as if the ocean had a language all its own, one that spoke in light and sound, in patterns too intricate to fully comprehend. Arlen felt a pull to immerse themselves in this mysterious world. Kneeling at the water's edge, they dipped their hands into the cool, shimmering waves. The bioluminescent glow flared briefly with their touch, tiny swirls of light spreading outward before fading back into the gentle ebb of the tide. The water was alive, vibrant, full of energy that hummed against their skin. Arlen felt as though the sea was responding to their presence, acknowledging them with its quiet, glowing whispers. They leaned forward, allowing the water to brush against their face, feeling its coolness soothe and cleanse. The salty scent filled their lungs, and for a moment, it was as if they were a part of the ocean itself, carried along by its currents and rhythms. The whispers of the waves grew louder in their mind, less like sound and more like a feeling, a connection that transcended words. As they stood, the breeze picked up slightly, carrying with it a new sound, a faint melodic hum that seemed to come from deep within the ocean. It was soft, almost imperceptible at first, but as Arlen listened, it grew clearer, wrapping around them like a lullaby. The ocean's song was ancient, filled with a sense of wisdom and timelessness. Each note seemed to resonate within them, stirring something deep in their heart. The tide began to roll further in, its waves reaching up to kiss the shore more insistently. The glowing water lit the sand beneath the waves, creating a radiant path that seemed to invite Arlen to follow. They stepped closer, letting the waves wash over their feet, their ankles, their calves. The water's glow intensified with each step, surrounding them with a radiant halo of light that felt almost sacred. The melody of the ocean grew stronger, more deliberate, as though it were telling a story. Arlen closed their eyes, letting the sounds and sensations guide them. In their mind, they saw images of endless seas, rolling waves, and serene moonlit beaches untouched by time. The song spoke of journeys taken and paths yet to be discovered, of the unbreakable connection between land, sea, and sky. Opening their eyes, they noticed something sparkling in the shallow water near their feet. It was a small shell, its surface iridescent under the moonlight. Bending down, Arlen picked it up, marveling at the delicate swirls and colors that seemed to shift with the light. The shell felt warm in their hand, as though it carried the energy of the ocean within it. They held it close, feeling a quiet gratitude for the gift, a token of this magical night. It was a reminder of the beauty that could be found in stillness, in moments spent listening to the whispers of nature. The ocean, vast and unyielding, had shared a piece of its wonder, a fragment of its timeless story, and Arlen felt deeply humbled. Walking back toward the shoreline, they found a smooth, flat stone near the water's edge and sat once more. The ocean song continued, softer now, blending with the rhythmic lapping of the waves. The breeze carried faint scents of seaweed and salt, mingling with the freshness of the cool night air. Above, the stars shimmered brightly, their reflections dancing on the surface of the water. The night deepened, and the beach grew quieter. The glowing waves began to fade, their bioluminescent dance slowing as the tide pulled back, retreating to the deeper waters. Arlen felt no urgency, no need to move or think. The ocean's whispers had stilled their mind, leaving only a profound sense of peace. They leaned back against the stone, their eyes tracing the constellations overhead, their heart filled with gratitude for the night's gifts. The fire had long since burned out, leaving behind only faintly glowing embers that cooled against the sand. The beach was quiet now, save for the soft, rhythmic sound of the waves as they caressed the shore. The moon hung high, casting its silvery glow across the vast expanse of water, illuminating the sand in gentle light. Arlen stretched out on the cool ground, their head resting against a mound of soft sand, their body relaxing fully into the embrace of the earth. Above, the night sky had transformed into a celestial masterpiece. Stars glittered like scattered diamonds, their light steady and eternal, filling the heavens with quiet beauty. The constellations formed familiar patterns, their shapes sparking faint memories and stories told under simpler skies. Each star seemed to hold its own rhythm, its own energy, twinkling as if to remind Arlen of the vastness of the universe and their place within it. The Milky Way stretched across the sky like a river of light, its countless stars blending into a soft, luminescent haze. It was a sight that seemed to hold the wisdom of ages, a reminder of the infinite possibilities and mysteries that lay beyond the reach of earthly hands. Arlen's breath slowed as they gazed upward, their mind quieting further with each passing moment. Here, beneath this vast canopy of light, there was no need for thought, only awe. The waves provided a perfect counterpoint to the stillness of the stars. Their soft murmurs, steady and constant, grounded Arlen in the present, reminding them that even amidst the immensity of the universe, they were connected to the world around them. Each crest of the water seemed to echo the stars above, as if the ocean and sky were in conversation, sharing secrets only they could understand. A faint streak of light appeared in the sky, cutting across the darkness, a shooting star. Its brilliance was fleeting, but it left behind a sense of wonder that lingered in the air. Arlen made a quiet wish, though they didn't know what for. The act itself felt enough, a gentle acknowledgement of hope, of possibility, of dreams yet to come. The beach seemed to hold its breath as another shooting star traced its path across the heavens. And then another. They came in quiet intervals, each one adding to the sense of magic that surrounded the shore. Arlen's gaze followed each streak of light, their heart feeling lighter with every passing moment. It was as though the stars were inviting them to dream, to let go of the weight of the day, to embrace the vastness of the night. The air was cool but not cold, a perfect balance that seemed to cradle Arlen in comfort. The scent of salt and seaweed lingered faintly, mingling with the clean freshness of the night. The sand beneath them was soft and yielding, molding gently to their form, adding to the feeling of being held by the earth itself. Each sensation was a reminder to relax further, to let go, to simply be. The sky seemed endless, its depth pulling Arlen's thoughts outward, beyond themselves, beyond the beach, beyond even the stars. It was a feeling of expansion, of unity with something far greater than they could comprehend. Yet it wasn't overwhelming, it was peaceful, a quiet acknowledgement of belonging, of connection to all that was. The waves continued their steady rhythm, their soft sounds weaving through the stillness. Arlen closed their eyes for a moment, letting the sounds fill their mind completely. The gentle rise and fall of the ocean mirrored their own breathing, creating a sense of harmony that was deeply calming. With each breath, they felt their body grow heavier, their thoughts quieter, their spirit more at ease. When they opened their eyes again, the sky seemed even brighter, the stars more vivid. The constellations shifted slightly, their positions changing as the night deepened, a reminder of the constant motion of the universe. Yet amidst this motion, there was stillness, a timelessness that wrapped around the beach, holding it in a serene embrace. Arlen sat up slowly, their gaze drifting from the stars to the ocean. The water glistened faintly under the moonlight, its surface smooth and calm. The waves seemed to glow softly, their edges catching the light as they rolled onto the shore. It was a scene of perfect tranquility, a harmony of elements that spoke to the soul in a language beyond words. They rose to their feet, brushing the sand gently from their hands, and walked toward the water. The cool waves lapped at their feet, inviting them to step further into the embrace of the sea. They waded in just enough to feel the water swirl around their ankles, its touch a soothing balm against the warm skin of their day. It was a gesture of connection, of gratitude, an unspoken exchange between them and the ocean. Arlen looked back toward the beach, taking in the scene as a whole. The silvery sand, the faint glow of the fire's remnants, the endless ocean, and the infinite sky. It was a moment of completeness, of peace, of unity with the world around them. They felt no urgency to move, no thoughts pulling them away from the present. The beach, the sea, the stars, all of it was enough. As the hours passed, the world seemed to grow even quieter, as if preparing for slumber. The waves softened further, their whispers fading into the background. The stars above held their steady light, a quiet reminder of the constancy of the universe. Arlen lay back on the sand once more, their bodies sinking into its cool embrace, their mind empty of all but the soothing sounds and sights of the night. Their eyelids grew heavy, their breathing deepened, and the rhythmic sounds of the waves became a gentle lullaby. The vastness of the sky, the stillness of the ocean, the warmth of the sand, all of it wove together into a cocoon of calm that carried them closer to sleep. And as they drifted off, the beach seemed to hold them gently, promising that this peace would remain, that they could always return to this place of rest. The stars above continued their steady watch, their glow softening as the night deepened. The beach had grown quieter, the gentle murmur of the waves the only sound filling the air. The ocean seemed to slow, its movements becoming softer, calmer, like a mother gently rocking her child to sleep. Arlen lay back against the cool sand, their body completely at ease, the rhythm of the sea and sky lulling them closer to rest. The moonlight stretched across the shore, casting long, silvery beams that danced with the subtle ripples of the water. The bioluminescence had faded entirely now, leaving the beach in a natural state of quiet, unadorned beauty. The waves rolled in smaller arcs, their foam kissing the edges of the sand with tender, fleeting touches. Arlen closed their eyes, listening intently to the symphony of the ocean. Each sound was distinct yet seamless, a soft hiss as the waves met the shore, the faint pull as they receded, and the occasional distant splash as water met unseen rocks. The melody was timeless, as though the ocean itself were singing a lullaby born of the earth's oldest rhythms. The cool breeze played softly over Arlen's skin, carrying with it the salty scent of the ocean. It was soothing, almost hypnotic, weaving together with the sounds of the waves to create a cocoon of peace. Their breathing slowed naturally, sinking with the ebb and flow of the tide, as if the ocean were guiding them deeper into a state of relaxation. The sand beneath them shifted slightly, molding perfectly to their bodies' contours, offering a firm yet soft support. The cool grains were grounding, connecting them to the earth, while the openness of the sky above invited their spirit to soar. The balance between these sensations created a sense of unity, of belonging both to the earth and the heavens. Arlen's thoughts drifted lazily, as weightless as the clouds that occasionally obscured the stars. Images of the night replayed in their mind, the shimmering bioluminescence of the waves, the soft glow of the driftwood fire, the brilliance of the shooting stars. Each memory was a gentle nudge towards sleep, a reminder of the beauty and peace they had found here. They opened their eyes briefly to take in the scene one last time. The vastness of the ocean stretched before them, its surface calm and reflective under the moon's silvery glow. The stars above twinkled faintly, their light growing softer as the night grew deeper. The shoreline curved gracefully into the distance, fading into the shadows of the dunes. The world felt infinite yet intimate, vast yet close, holding them gently in its embrace. Arlen let their eyes close again, this time fully surrendering to the pull of sleep. The ocean's whispers grew softer, blending seamlessly with the steady rhythm of their own breathing. Each wave seemed to carry them further from the waking world, its gentle pull like a tide drawing them into the depths of restful slumber. The sensations around them began to blur, the coolness of the breeze, the soft rustle of the waves, the distant shimmer of the stars. All of it faded into a comforting haze, leaving behind only a profound sense of peace. It was as though the beach itself were cradling them, a sanctuary where time stood still, and only rest remained. As Arlen drifted further into sleep, the ocean continued its gentle song, a steady rhythm that promised safety, calm, and renewal. The stars above held their watch, their light a quiet reassurance that all was well. The beach was still, its beauty unchanged, waiting patiently for the sun to rise and for new journeys to begin. The world beyond the beach felt distant now, its concerns and noise erased by the simplicity and serenity of this moment. The ocean, the stars, the sand, all of it was timeless. A quiet reminder of the peace that could always be found, waiting to be rediscovered. And so, as the night deepened and the waves continued their endless rhythm, Arlen surrendered completely, their heart, mind, and spirit at rest. The beach, infinite and eternal, remained their sanctuary, a place they could always return to, in dreams and in waking moments. The night's calm stretched endlessly before them, carrying them gently into the deepest, most peaceful sleep.